boy. I don't get that one.
I don't know, that's just a little sus.
That's a little sus. Well, the trip hasn't really been what I thought it was gonna be. The baby got a fever on our second night here, and he didn't sleep the first night really at all either. But he got a fever, and then the next morning he woke up with a rash that we really don't know what it came from, but yeah, it's been great seeing everyone that I haven't seen in so long, but it's just been like a physically, emotionally, mentally exhausting trip, and like I'm so grateful and glad that we got to come, but I'm also just like so tired, and I'm anxious for the flight back, because the flight here was only 3.5-ish hours, and the flight back is about 5.5-ish hours. And if you've flown with a baby, you know it's just like, it's hit or miss whether it'll be good or not. And it's like an afternoon flight. Usually that's when he's his most active, so I'm just so scared. This is the first time that he's really been sick in his entire life, like this sick. Like having a fever. He hasn't had a fever in his entire life up to this point. So like just feeling how hot he is, and he was like furnace. It was insane. And just I couldn't get his fever to break, and like showering with him and just like him just crying, just knowing that there's nothing else I can do. It was so defeating and just like a mom's worst nightmare. There's just like a lot of emotional stuff for coming back where I'm from too, so I'm already emotional, and then just feeling terrible for my baby feeling so bad. I need to hermit and live in a hole under a rock for a very long time. The nice thing is we fly back Tuesday, and then we'll be home, and Zach doesn't start his new job until next week, so we'll get to just relax all together and just be a family and rest and like catch up on sleep, adjust to the schedule, because that's the thing too, is like Ohio's 3 hours ahead of Washington State, so it's like we're gonna be going back to a different time zone. We were trying to keep him on our old schedule, so we were trying to put him to bed at like 10, but with him not sleeping really at all, he's kind of treated every time he's gone down as like a nap. So he'll sleep for a few hours, 2 hours-ish, and then he'll wake up and be awake for essentially a wake period of around 2-ish hours, and then he'll be ready for more sleep. And so we really haven't had a consistent like bedtime routine this trip, even though usually we do. And we've taken him like all along the Oregon coast. We went to Maine, and he kept a schedule and like maintained his West Coast schedule as well. He didn't have to adjust to anything, and so it's kind of crazy that this time it's just been the exact opposite, despite everything being pretty much what we normally do. And he did well on the flight as well, so I don't really know why it's been this hard this time, but it really has been. So I mean, flying anytime is hard, but I mean, I'm an anxious wreck with flying, but even more so once you have like responsibilities with having children on flights, it's even harder, because you know that you can't relax, you know that you can't rest. You have to make sure, especially when they're young, that you're entertaining them and you're keeping them quiet and happy, and it's exhausting even when you have your partner. And as a mom, like, you're always thinking that's your responsibility, so if they're not happy with your partner, you're like, okay, I'll take them now, and it's so much.
Last day in Ohio on our trip, Jimmy had to see the trees. He's been looking outside, really interested in all the leaves and everything, but it's been kind of icky and he hasn't been feeling good, so I haven't really got to spend much time outside. But now we're checking out the outside stuff. What do you think? Oh.
Bounce it, daddy. Bounce it, daddy. Oui. Oui. Yeah. Yeah. Go Jimmy. Oh yeah. What are you doing? Oh, hi, Baba. Oh, you get some farts. What do you think of the trampoline? Is that fun? Is that fun? Yeah.
We didn't end up really vlogging much at all.
Not so much. It was a little bit
This is case in point.
tougher
Why?
trip than we imagined,
Yeah.
but that's usually how it goes. We
always think it's gonna be good, and then it.
I mean, it was good. It was just it was not a vacation, that's for sure.
No, not a vacation.
And he was sick a good portion of the time.
he got a fever.
So
Just hasn't been the greatest time for this little one.
cranky guy, but he's had some fun for sure. He's gotten to see his
We haven't
aunts
had
and
much
uncles
fun
and
or sleep. It'll be good to go back and be home.
yeah.
See the puppies.
I'm looking forward to. We have an evening flight, so it'll be like, hopefully he'll be a little more sleepy and a little more relaxed for that. So that's the hope, at least. Who's that?
You vlogging? I honestly was not expecting to be as anxious as I've gotten with flying with a baby. I did not, before having him And then even with the first flight that we took, like I did not expect it to be as stressful
Yeah.
as it is.
For sure, because you're really stuck in that seat essentially,
yeah.
and you know you can only do so many different things with them, and then they get restless and want to move. And
Well,
that's where it
he's
gets
not,
challenging.
He's not a snuggle bug like all the time, so he's not good with just sitting there and
Yeah.
snuggling you. He wants to move, he wants to go, and so you're like fighting him, and then you also already don't want to just be sitting there either. So then you're like, I'm fighting myself, I'm fighting you.
Yeah. I think the travel, like, you know, obviously, like, you need like, especially when you're going, like, East Coast like this, like, I feel like you need a little bit of, like, an adjustment, ideally, to get used
I mean,
to,
we're
like...
3 hours ahead now, and I mean, he's done pretty good with it. Like, he didn't wake up until after 9 something, and then went to bed.
Yeah, the last 2 nights he slept great.
He slept good.
Which
so.
is, I wish it would have been like that the whole
I know the first
time,
couple nights.
but he was sick, so...
Yeah.
All done, you said?